Well, we're inside the Louisville Slugger Museum here and getting ready for the 14th annual Louisville Slugger Auction. David Hunt from Hunt Auctions making another trip. David, good to see you.
Great to be here.
Let's start off talking a little bit about these baseballs we got here.
Yeah, each year we try to focus on sort of primary collections that really haven't been out in the market yet, and this is just an extraordinary group of single-sided baseballs where the client back in the period would literally take each baseball, blank ball, and send it in a velvet satchel to the particular player and ask them to sign it and mail it back to them. And as you can see, many of the players did, and it kept them in just beautifully pristine condition, including some real rarities: Home Run Baker, Ty Cobb, Zach Wheat, George Sisler, and Jimmy Fox. So again, just a neat collection that has sort of survived the test of time, if you will, in a condition standpoint.
And just an amazing collection of cigar boxes. This is a one-of-a-kind here, this Frank Baker. There's a Honus Wagner, a Cy Young, just an amazing group here. And David, this came from one person, right? This was all one person's collection.
Yeah, he was a client of ours for many, many years and passed away some time ago, but his family had retained a lot of his items, including these cigar boxes. And if you talk about a lifetime accumulation, this really is. You couldn't assemble this grouping one by one, even if you wanted to today. Some exceptional rarities.
And that is Jackie Robinson's game-used glove. This is one of the marquee items in the auction. There's a signed letter from Jackie to a young man who was acquainted with him and his family back in the Brooklyn days.
Yeah, what a treat. You know, as a young boy, he became friends with Jackie Robinson Jr. They lived catty corner from the Robinsons in Brooklyn. And one time after a game at Ebbets Field, young Alan Colon came home, and they went over to the Robinson family's home for dinner. Yeah. And Jackie came out and presented him with this glove. Obviously, lots of corresponding materials, a letter, lots of photographs of him in the period with other Dodgers players. Really, really significant piece. There's so few corroborated Jackie gloves in the marketplace. And with all the extenuating programs behind this one, pretty much accepted as the best one out there. It should be 100 to 300,000.
A couple of great player collections in the Louisville Slugger auction. This is Billie Pierce's World Series uniform from 1959, and then he saved everything. Obviously, Heartland statues, gloves, bats, team signed ball, amazing team signed ball from the 60s. And some guys, David, just don't sell anything or don't give anything away, and this is one of those cases, I guess.
Yeah, I think each player's a little bit different. I mean, Billy clearly kept his things not only in great condition, but really of all different types. There's some valuable things you would think to keep, in some other things maybe not so much, but to have this sort of representation and bring it right to his fans that watched him all those years, it's a great experience for sure.
The other player collection is Ralph Branca, and some incredible rings here from his career. There's the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers ring. That's obviously a marquee point, but there's some older stuff here because he's married into the Dodgers, literally.
Yeah, amazingly, Branca married into the Dodgers ownership family, so you sort of have two generations of collections, if you will, within one family. There's a number of Dodgers passes and early World Series press pins from the teens and 20s that came from that earlier Dodgers family.
Also an amazing run of photos here. These are being decommissioned from the Slugger archives. Just some amazing historic photographs here. And they're going to be using those funds to buy other things for display here at the museum that have proven popular over the years. So thanks to David Hunt, thanks to the Babe and everybody here in Louisville. Check it out Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. It all gets started. You can come down also tomorrow and get a look at some of the stuff here on display at the Slugger Museum.